Hello, everyone. We're back. And when I say we, I of course mean me and Fuaranna.
Hallo!
Hello.
Hallo.
Hello. How are you doing?
Good. Yep.
Yeah? Yeah?
Yeah, a bit busy, but I haven't been able to work much in Galatea, but I have done a little bit.
Yes, you have. And that's what we basically see now, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So we were, in the previous video, we talked about the extension we wanted to do. And that's sort of what we're doing in this video today-ish. Starting slowly on it.
Yeah, you can see me here trying to prep this area for a new section. And then, like, the boat ride. And I'm going to build some base for, like a station or something.
Yeah, you extended the boat ride further up here. So you can, so we can get it all the way around the island. And also get more people around. So everything gets sort of seen, right?
Yep.
And also we wanted that river rapids here as well.
Yep.
So that's also what you're sort of prepping for.
Yes. We wanted more water, basically.
Yeah. Because it is sort of a water theme-ish, right?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, you're playing around with some pathing here.
Yep. I thought might as well start with pathing and build some elevated stuff around it. Instead of building stuff and then trying to fiddle with path later. So
Good idea.
Just
Good
thought
call.
it would be cool to have a harbor down and then you walk up to like a little village or something. I don't know. So I like the elevation.
Yep. I like that too. I like it a lot, especially when you start to add a little bit of walls and stuff on it. You don't finish this at all today. This is like super VIP.
Very basic.
Yeah, but it's sort of an idea for you guys to see what we have in store and what the ideas of it is. Because we kind of want this little sort of harbor town here, right?
Yeah. Exactly.
Where you wanted to add a little bit more, like rich colors.
Yeah, and also, this is also a more old town, so there will be more ruins and stuff like that. But if we just put a temple down, it doesn't make sense. So we wanted like more life around it as well. So that's something we will build.
Yeah, and I'm really liking, as you say here, with the elevated paths you have going on, and like what you like the prep work you're doing here is really cool, and it also get me some ideas to what we can do here and add.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, you see me here try to add more of the copper elements in there, because we that's also one of the things that we try to use in the buildings as an extra color, I guess, or texture. So I thought it would be cool to make something that looks sort of more rich. Like a planter or something. Yeah, you see me fiddle around a bit with it here.
So you put the benches underneath the that part there. That was super cool.
Yep, they can sit on it now.
Yeah, I dig this. I'm liking what you're doing here. Oh, here are people coming. Holy shit.
There they go.
Oh,
that's a lot of people. Yeah, I was trying to see how it would look if they would walk there and if they could sit and all that stuff. And yeah, you see me try to make like a basic sort of harbor docks, I guess. Just it's not really finished at all, but I guess you can see me brainstorm here. So I guess that's useful in some way, maybe. I don't know.
It always is. It's always, like, as I say, it's always kind of cool to also let people know how things look like when they're very bare and, as you say, basic, before we actually start the fun part, which is the smaller detailing and clutter.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and colors. You need to take time to, at least that's my approach. You don't have to, but I like to take my time and plan out how everything will come together a little bit, so it makes sense. And especially with the
Yeah.
pathing in a game like this, it's just quite complicated sometimes to get it to work. So better to have pathing first and then build around it, right?
100%. And I think it's very smart that you started with doing the path and then built around the path, because that's usually how you should do it to avoid all the freaking issues you get with it, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
So it's smart.
Yeah, it's very
Smart.
glitchy. Smart. Why, thank you. Yeah, so yeah, here I'm trying to sort of establish a style that we can use in this area, I guess. I would like to have this look like a more rich area. Not sure how yet, but I guess the shiny metal copper thing will help with that.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah. And trying to
Around
add
with some
different
colors.
Yeah,
Mhm.
colors, bit of textures, and yeah.
It's super cool how they're sitting on it already.
Yeah, right?
Yeah. Very
Just
well integrated.
adds so much more to it.
100%.
Yeah, because it's a struggle to get the pathing to align with something you already built. It's just I would highly recommend doing it like path first and then
I can see this being repetitive for like the midsection here all the way down. Like just have this sort of a nice little planter-ish with this sort of... Yeah, I think that would actually look super cool to have in the two other holes you have there.
Yeah, exactly.
In front and the back. Okay.
Yeah,
but
we could copy paste it and see. I guess it would be cool if it... I mean, we're not seeing it yet, but it will be more lush green. Yeah. And then you have a big green waterfall. It's not really a waterfall when there's no water, but I guess cascading down the steps, sort of.
Oh.
You know, and then also what I wanted to point out is that I left the... you can see that I put flooring. Oh, we're already in yours, aren't we?
Yeah, there's not the... I think you kind of stopped here after you made the planter.
Yeah, that's true. Well, I just wanted to say I left the pathing a bit out there, like noticeable, the curbs on purpose, so I could see where the path goes, and then you sink it in later. I guess the floor you make it a bit higher, so
yeah, so you don't see it, so the X is
exactly.
like there. Yeah, good call.
So you're building something now.
Yeah, but I also just want to say to yours that I really like what you did and how you got started, because I feel like we can make this area look very cool, and then already next video maybe we can sort of start on this sort of little town we want here, and maybe start a little bit on the river rapids, sort of, to get some more atmosphere and stuff. Because I'm digging it, and the views we're gonna get from this harbor here all the way to the to Galatea town itself, and then this farm land I'm doing here it's gonna look absolutely amazing. I am 100% sure.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I think it will be stunning. I know how this will look in the end. You already sent it.
I posted a lot of pictures. Just spammed you.
So what was
Get
your
ready.
inspiration for this?
So I kind of looked at some like Spanish windmills, and like Santorini. No, what is it? Yeah, Santorini.
You mean Greece?
Yes, too. But mainly just to like I kind of want to make a style of that fit the Moroccan Mediterranean, sort of vibe still. So I just looked at some reference pictures, and I sort of got an idea on how these sort of looked very different from the ones we see in like Netherlands, for example, and
northern, western, northwestern
exactly.
windmills,
So, but and I thought maybe I could use the animatronic one, but then I was like, it's just too crazy big, right?
Yeah.
So I decided to make my own, and I used Hydro's beams here to do that, because
they're nice and thin.
Yep, and it works. It works very well. So this was mainly just a quick one I did, and they're not the prettiest one, but they will eventually get more to it. Like this entire area I'm doing today still not stand 100% finished. There's still some things that needs to be added here and there, that always are.
Yeah.
But it's presentable enough for me to at least, give you guys a good view on what it is I'm trying to create here.
Yeah.
So yeah, and I also know that some of these like windmills usually capture the wind from the same angle and all that stuff, but it just looks too boring to me. And since it is a fantasy sort of thing we also have, I kind of like the different angles I'm placing these sort of windmills around to capture all the wind there is, you know.
So it was an artistic choice.
Sort of, yeah, I would say that, because I knew that it doesn't work like that at all, you know. But but yeah, sort of here we have somewhat it done, as you can see here, and gonna add some small windows to it and etc. I'm using use your decals too, as you can see.
Awesome.
And then afterwards here, I'm just copy pasting this window and just adding it up here. So pretty much everything on this build is pretty much custom except for the door. So you'll probably feel a little bit of a kick in the frames the next time you get in.
Oh, no.
But I also had to put 500 people out of the park when I got it.
Yeah.
Your computer is a little bit beastie than mine, anyways. But yeah, as you can see, windows on the back here, just a little support thing on the side, and that's pretty much just how it's gonna look. And then some of them I put a little bit, you know, foliage on, overgrown, and some of them I put some cloth on, or like on the mills. On the wheel itself to make it look more, you know, abandoned, or how you say, I don't know, just more different. So yeah, that's pretty much how this build is here. You can see using more of your decals, putting it all on over there. I want them to be
they look really cool. I like that.
Yeah, thank you.
And I really like the design. Definitely different from what people usually see as a mill, right?
Exactly.
So
and I feel like it goes for our vibe, for the thing we have here, and it's also totally different from the vibe it is in the town. Yeah. When you come here and you actually feel like you can really feel it's like a land, like a farm landscape you have here, sort of. Bless you.
You just could have cut it out, but thanks.
Now we've got to keep that in. That's always nice. All right. But yeah, there you will see a little bit of me fiddling, because I'm trying to like create, you know, some ruins along the way, mixed with some other stuff, and then afterwards I'm gonna do the farms and stuff like that, you know. Just I had like a little bit of Assassin's Creed Origins vibe going on here when you're riding along and then you have like ruins, you have fields and all that stuff, just kind of like just feeling it like that, you know, and trying to mix it with our own sort of style, because we were gonna make this sort of ruins and stuff also.
For sure.
And also, unfortunately, one of the recordings I did was a corrupted file, so we'll see a jump all of a sudden happen. But in the meantime, I'll explain what I did in that. It's actually like 1 hour and 20 minutes recording or something that just got corrupted. So that's a shame, but it is what it is. Yeah. Luckily, we still have enough for some good stuff here. So as you can see, I just used the terrain paint to just go, so I kind of like have a little eye on where I wanted it. And here I'm just playing around with some different things to figure out what will look best as sort of crops and etc. stuff like that, you know. I think I end up taking a tree. I actually use that as as here, as you can see.
Oh, that's nice.
Mixing it up with the
I love that.
Some roots, and then the buell pit thing, I think it's called, or something like that. And then pretty much just copy paste it around, you know. And I kind of like how the terrain is with it too. So it doesn't look like it's super straight and
super flat, like the Netherlands. Boring.
No, but you still see or farms that are like, you know, they bend a bit and stuff like that. Over hills and so yeah, that's pretty much what I did first here. Some weeds, or how we can say it is, and then afterwards I'm making some grape farms, stuff like that. I'm pretty much just creating whatever I felt like they could do here, you know. So yeah, here I'm making the grape fields, how you say? Just trying to. Yep, exactly. Thank you. Damn. couldn't remember it. Yeah, here first I covered both sides up with it, but then I was like, nah, that kind of looks a little bit too weird to have it on each side. So I just kept it on one, and then I just turned them around for each time so they don't look super repetitive in that way.
Yeah.
So that's pretty much what I'm doing here now, and then I'm just copy pasting it around, and you can see already now it already starts to look.
Yeah, it's filling up real nice.
Yeah, and that's sort of what I wanted, because we both agreed on that. Like, we wanted to add stuff that kind of like filled out, took a lot of space, but also weren't too dominant in some way.
Exactly.
And I feel like this kind of goes with it. And here I am taking ideas from your bridge, and we have something else here. Boom! I didn't want it to. I just cut it out because it was pretty much the same you did, you know. So I just took parts of your bridge. Yeah, and just make it part of of a side there. It also looks super cool having it like that when you see that.
Yeah, I love that idea. Thanks for doing that.
Yeah, might as well just extend it, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Put some dirty decals on too, and extend it like that, so there's a big hole in the wall there.
Oh yeah,
and,
that's cool. Nice.
It adds a lot more to it for sure. So yeah, that's just a quick thing I just did there. Awesome. Terrain it up a bit so the terrain doesn't look too weird.
Yeah, really cool. I love that. It suddenly feels like you're leaving. You're honestly leaving the city and going to the outskirts. Yeah.
Yeah, that's totally how. Also, and especially if you then come from the harbor, you kind of like have to go through a little bit of stuff before you actually get to the town too, right?
Yeah.
And I feel like the bridge you did from the town side, I think we should make like some sort of a port or something where the coaster goes over. I kind of like have some ideas. I think that would be, because we sort of have that little segment it does over the bridge when you go over the bridge. So sort of cool. So yeah, just ruin it up a bit here. So as you can see here too, adding that cloth on I talked about.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah, it's.
I kind of. There was someone in Discord that posted something where I was like, "This looks like this," and I was like, "Oh, it has clothes on that," or those kind of thing. That looks kind of cool. And of course, don't mind this backside here, guys, because it's work in progress. That's mainly also why I put some trees and stuff across it to kind of like when I had to do. Yeah, exactly. So around here, as you can see too, we added I added these sort of arches with hanging roses, as you can see on the path here, which were sort of heavily inspired by the ones we see in Apex Fuaranna, right? The ones we've seen in Olympus.
Yeah.
And I was kind of like, I wonder, because now I was just thinking like, I wonder how it would look if I just try make it, and I tried to make it, and I was like, it looks kind of weird, but let me just try add some runes around here. Let me just try add some more colors. And then I was like, this is actually starting to actually look like something that could actually be a thing, you know?
Yeah.
And it also just gave this sort of area just a whole other vibe with the hanging roses and the ruins and
more cozy.
As you can yeah, exactly. And here, as you can see, I'm just trying to give it like this lot of background stuff for the farms too here. So it kind of looks like on the backside here, that's, as you see in games too and all, you also see all this sort of stuff in the background of fields.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of digging it. And then, because this is not Planet Zoo, so we have to make our own grass, right?
Yep.
Yeah, so that's kind of like what I try to do there as well. Yeah. Awesome. Super happy how this turned out to look, and you can see, and we're also gonna have the river rapids going here somewhat, so there will already be some theming for the river rapids already here when they come.
Oh, it looks so cozy.
Maybe this way if we extend it this far.
Yeah.
The ride when we make it.
Awesome. I really love it.
So yeah, some good preparation is starting, and it's starting to look of something, as you can see here already, right?
Yeah.
Really digging it.
It looks really
happy
amazing.
how it turned out. So yeah, as you can see here, it's slowly getting there now. Adding some cypresses too in the back here, making it look a little bit more, a pretty farm life, sort of, you know, before you enter the greatness of Galatea, you know.
Yeah, for sure. That's really cool. There's I really love that there's a different atmosphere here, and the contrast of the city is becoming bigger, which is what we wanted. And that's why we extended it too, right? Because we didn't want it just to have that plaza with the coaster and that's it. We wanted a bit more. Yeah. And I love it because we're still trying to discover our own theme, sort of a little bit. Come up with our own theme and still make it look different. So I really like the creativity we have here. And yeah, it's really fun. It makes me excited to go back into it again.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to see what you're gonna do next time. I have lots of ideas. Maybe I'll go back to do some more in Galatea, or I will go play around with the river rapids or something like that. I don't know. We'll see. But there's a lot more stuff to do. Yeah, and as you can see, just pretty much just what I'm doing is extending, just filling up this entire space here, so we get a good amount of this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Quite happy with it. Yeah.
Yeah, like I said, I really love what you did here. It's just super lush and nice, and yeah, it's good stuff. Good transition area.
Yeah, I'm happy you like it. I really am, because I was a little bit like, I don't know, is this okay? Like, is this would this be, you know, somewhat decent to have here? And then I was like, it looks cooler and cooler for every time I open up the park, and I was like, this actually looks like it's supposed to be here.
Yeah,
you know?
that's awesome.
And what I'm doing here is that I actually want to do this on the entire path, but this is only a start.
Yeah.
Just to get people the vibe to see, because I kind of want this road to be sort of, you know, like you see.
That's a neat idea. I like it.
Yeah. So I'm just adding them a little bit of places, and then just to give you guys sort of the illusion that I want the path to be like this.
Yeah.
Like sandy with some stones placed in, you know. Yeah. And you can see it looks super cool having it like this.
Yeah, for sure. I love it. That's a great idea. Yeah. Keeps that, it's just a little bit more than a dirt road that way, right? So
exactly,
it's just a bit more, make sure you give a bit more of a town feeling, which will make sense a little bit ahead, where we will have a little bit of, I guess, a main street or of a village. I don't know yet. We're still trying to come up with stuff.
But yeah, I know it's gonna be a lot of pieces, but I mean, we're already over that limit anyway, so who cares, right? It's gonna look pretty.
We try to have, it's tanking at one side of the park, and it's tanking probably a little bit on this side. So it's not like one spot with a million pieces. It's all spread out over the whole map. I don't think it's that bad.
No, it's not that bad. Not yet, not at all.
It's not that big either. It's just a quarter of the entire map, I think.
Pretty much, yeah. Pretty much. But we're at the end here now. Right. We're at the cinematics.
Beautiful.
Right? I love the art.
Yeah.
It just made it so nice.
Yeah.
And then with the ruined building I made previous, you know, and it just vibes, right? It's just nice. Don't mind all the background stuff you guys see, because it's just stuff we have for other stuff later on. I love this shot here.
Yeah. Really good.
It's really nice. So, but yeah, Fuaranna, that was it for Galatea today.
Epic stuff, man.
Yeah,
I love it.
Yeah,
oh, that's a good shot too, with the city in the background.
Yeah, wait till you see the shots I took from your harbour start there. So, but yeah, here are the music playing, guys, in the back. So I think me and Fuaranna are gonna let you guys go and give you guys these cinematics here. So leave your guys comments down below if you have anything you wanna share with me and Fuaranna. And remember to like the video if you think it deserves it. And Fuaranna, thanks for joining me today.
My pleasure.
And I can't wait to see what you do with that harbour.
Me too.
Alright guys, take care. Bye-bye.
Doei!